We're recording now.
Oh, welcome back to a conversation with Ryan and Judy. I am Ryan.
And I'm Judy.
Well, it's usually how it works.
Yes.
So we were having a lot of conversations before we started recording, but we want to try and save them all for this. So for the one that is most immediate that I think we need to handle is I was talking about my headband, and my girlfriend loves the way I look in them. And what did you say?
I said it's giving pirate. That's all I got out of that.
I look like fucking Johnny Depp in Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yes,
So
just add the hat and
hold that thought. What?
oh God. You guys see he's getting up to grab a hat.
Where'd I put it? Where'd I put them? Oh, no.
Okay, he's still looking for a hat.
Arr!
He's coming back.
Arr!
It completes the whole look. See? It completes the whole look.
It's a
I
whole
love
vibes.
it. This is Pirate
This thing
Ryan.
is going straight up my eye. I don't know how people keep these on
Oh,
their face.
that looks very uncomfortable,
It's not the best. I'm not gonna lie.
but it's
This
it's a
is
look.
fast for anyone who's an audio listener. This is probably fascinating to them. I have a so I hold on. Hmm. So for the last couple of weeks, I've been having some weird eye pain going
Okay.
on,
Okay.
where it was like I had a headache in my eyeball. It was not fun. It was not fun at all. I went to the doctor and they said, "Yeah, we don't know what the fuck's wrong with you, bro. Sorry," which is always comforting.
Oh
Um,
God.
but like, so I've gotten a sleep mask so that my eyes will stay closed a little more while I sleep, and I had gotten an eye patch to hopefully like just keeping my eye closed, thinking that that would help.
Hmm.
It didn't, but I also I bought like probably costume eye patch, not like a one that you should buy like for
Medical.
medical reasons. Yeah,
Yeah.
so that also might have been part of it. Like, I don't know. I just
Maybe.
figured if I'm gonna have to wear an eye patch around the kid, I would want him to kind of have fun with it, so he's not worried.
Hmm.
But that seems to be fucking stupid because yeah, this did not help at all.
Do you think it's like migraines like that come from like migraines can come anywhere from like the eyes to your like.
At first, I thought it was a migraine,
Mhm.
because it started as like a stabbing headache,
Yeah.
right? But the more it settled, and like it was a solid, because I told you a couple weeks ago when we were planning on doing this, and something happened, and I was like, "That's fine, I don't feel good."
Hmm.
It was like a solid week and a half of this
Oh.
pain in my eyeball, just the eyeball. So yeah, I have to go see a specialist still, and I'm sure it'll still be fine because the pain's actually subsided.
Okay.
It's thank God.
That's good.
My mom thinks that I have cluster headaches, but you know how moms get when their kid gets sick and WebMD's a calling.
Of course. Always.
Here's what one of the things that she sent me, I kid you not, right? And I love her. She's just trying to help. I get that. One of
Stop.
the things that she sent me, it was listing all these things that can cause cluster headaches, right? And one
Okay.
of them was smoking. Do you know what it said under what would happen if you stop smoking?
No, what did it say?
It said it will not alleviate the symptoms.
Then what's the
Literally.
point?
That's
You're like, what's the point? What are you trying to say?
so, like, honestly, I texted her. I was like, "Mom," she was like, "Maybe you should like switch to edibles or something, right?"
Hmm.
And I'm like, yeah, except for the fact that it would literally change nothing. And then she read that part. She goes, oh,
She's just trying to help,
no,
you
no,
know?
I get that. I get she is trying to help. I'm just saying it was one of those things where it's like,
Yeah.
you know, you know.
It's it's okay. My mother-in-law is actually a doc or she was a doctor.
Oh,
So
I'm
she
sure she
tells us
never gives your
yes.
opinion on anything then.
No, so I'm like, well, I'm kind of glad if she I ever needed her to come with me to like doctor's appointments, she'll probably put them in place. So
That's nice. You
it's
got a good
fine.
relationship with your mom-in-law?
Yeah, I'd like to think so. I mean, what?
What do you mean what? You got
What?
a good relationship? Ah!
Yeah.
Yeah. It was like normally, do you have a good relationship? Like if Alex comes in here and
Hmm.
like, do you have a good relationship with Alex? Yes. Uh-huh. Alex, do you have a good relationship with my mom? Yes. Uh-huh. Like she'll probably be like, oh, we had some like ups and downs for a while, but we're cool now. Right? But
Yeah.
you were like, well, I mean, I guess I'm being recorded, so I'll say
No.
yeah.
No, she's great, but I mean, we don't like hang out type thing. Like we
Well, yeah,
go over.
I didn't say you fucking besties and you fucking have sleepovers. You
I'd
got a
love
good
to be besties
relationship.
with her. She's great. I feel like she has a
Like,
very interesting life story. And oh, I don't know if you guys know about this thing called Story Wars, but it's actually a pretty neat gift if you want thinking of something to give to like your family members. But what it is you can buy like a whole year subscription, and this website will send you like writing prompts about your life. So you can write in it, and then at the end of the year, you get a whole book of everything you've written mailed to you, like an actual book about your life. So I thought it's pretty. So
so
we
it types up your journal.
basically, but it's deeper than that. I mean, it goes into more of like personal things, but in your
What
past. Like,
the?
I don't know how to explain it.
No,
You're
no, no.
laughing and making it seem like it's a journal, but it's not.
Look. One, I am in no way trying to disparage this gift. I mean, I am a little bit, but I'm really not in what I'm about to say, right?
Okay.
Because if that's something, because I'm fine with stuff that makes you help with memories or makes you feel
Mm,
like, okay,
right.
just because I'm about to say something doesn't mean that if it works for you, you shouldn't do it. However,
However,
you dead ass were like, oh, it's like super personal. What kind of journal do you have? It's not personal. You just get on your. Today I had bread.
I don't know.
Tomorrow,
I'm not
water.
a journaler, so it's not my thing. I don't know. I don't
Right, but that's also why. So, because I've tried to journal a bunch of different times,
know.
and it just I don't have the consistency of it. Right, but
Yes.
um, I could see how something like this would help someone be able to journal. Right,
Hmm.
and look, I do see the novelty of it. Where at the end of the year, you get your term notes typed up for you. It's very nice.
Yeah. Bounded everything, probably has a
Yeah,
nice like cover.
yeah. But no, I mean, like, I look, if it works for you, you always are on one of these fucking internet things. Last
Always
week it was
something. Hello
Blue
Fresh.
Apron, HelloFresh. You know, honestly, I already know that for I can't say who because my family they support me for some reason and they listen to this. But I already know for one person in my family, I'm gonna get the thing where you can become a lord. Have you heard
Okay.
about that?
No.
So, like, in order to become a lord legally, you have to own land in Scotland, right?
Okay.
So, there's this service that for like $25, you can own a square foot of land.
Okay.
Square.
Right.
I'm from America. That's a square. I don't know.
Okay,
That's
yeah.
that joke. Sorry, shut up. Anyway,
I'm
but
like,
yeah,
nobody can
so
see you doing your square in
it's for the look. I feel bad enough that that the video listeners get shut up.
Sorry, go on. So you can
I'm
own a square of land.
Yeah, you can own a square foot of land, and therefore you become a lord or a lady, whichever,
Okay.
like legally, and then you can put lord on your credit cards or your
Stop.
license. I'm not kidding. Oh man, yeah, you can do it. It's legally binding. So,
Wow. That's an interest. I like that gift idea though for someone
right?
who's really into
I'm
that.
And here's the thing too. I'm pretty sure that since like it's all over YouTube, that they're gonna be selling them for like buy one get one, or like here's a two for one half off special. Either way, I'm gonna be a fucking lord.
It's gonna be a conversation with Lord Ryan and
That's
Judy.
right. It's gonna be Lord Ryan, and you will show me respect in this house. That's right. Eat your ice cream.
Oh, I love that. That's great. Oh,
No,
I heard ice cream.
Yeah, Alex is on the side eating ice cream.
Mm,
She regrettably will not be giving us the foot porn this week.
damn it. Okay. Oh, it's all
Look,
right.
look. Judy was nervous or was excited for it. She was nervous because like she thought that her heart palpitations would get going. But I'm just saying,
It was the highlight of our show last week.
yeah, it was the highlight of the show. You stop. All right.
No more feet.
Hmm.
Well, don't worry. Don't
Damn.
worry. Hey, don't tell her this. We're gonna get those feet. Like she doesn't know it yet, but
Insert
we'll
feet pic
we're gonna
here.
work exactly. We'll work the feet in. Okay.
Okay, okay,
We
okay.
might have to roofie her or something, but it's okay. It's legal
Okay,
as
two
long as she
Benadryls. She'll be
yeah
knocked out. It's okay.
exactly. She can't hear what I'm saying right now. Anyway, it's fine.
Oh, that's funny.
So there.
People are like, what the fuck is happening on this show?
I know, seriously, like I just imagine like God forbid something actually does happen to Alex, and like the last thing the cops are hitting you up and there's Judy, what about this was so funny? And it's like, man, I live in Texas. What the fuck?
Right. Like 3,000 miles away. What you want me to do?
Yeah, so that's pretty much all that's been going on with me. Judy, what
Okay.
anything new with you?
So it's catching up. I mean, just working. Oh, I am glad though that football season is back.
Football,
Hooray! Woo!
football. Love it. Happy,
Um,
happy, happy.
always happy, even though my team, this team, I don't know why I
Oh,
still.
for the audio listeners, I mean, I look. I don't want you to have to feel turmoil. I get it. This is a very difficult time of year for you. But just so the audio listeners know, who is your team?
I have always been a Dallas Cowboys fan, even before I moved out to Dallas.
It's
For
true.
some, for some, unfortunate reason, I became a fan, and at least we beat the Bengals last week.
That is,
So
yeah,
that's
they
a
did
very
beat the Bengals.
highlight of our season.
I kind of have a feeling that you're right about that. That like the Bengals just were like, they're not going to do anything. Dak's out,
That's
and
exactly how they played. If you
right.
watch that game, like, are they even trying?
So,
But
uh,
it's all right. I mean, who
that's
knows?
that's okay. I'm a Seahawks fan,
Okay.
so
They were not good last week, but they
we're
won
not
their
going to
first
be good
game.
for the rest of the season. Like, look, if you look at what happened, right?
Hmm.
We beat Russell Wilson and Nathaniel Hackett. And Nathaniel Hackett, honestly, through 2 weeks, is maybe the worst coach in football.
Okay.
Right? I get that
Hmm.
he's 1-0 and there's other ones that are 2-0, but you just look at his situational game planning and awareness and all that stuff. Yeah. right? So through the first 2 weeks, we beat someone who may be the worst coach in football. The team in Denver, in the game that they won, but in Denver had to, or not the team, I'm sorry, the crowd was literally chanting the time clock down for their team so they would stop getting delay of game penalties. And this was week 2. So we got them week 1 and they were in our house.
Yeah,
And there was a bunch of emotional stuff with it, obviously, with
of
Russell Wilson coming back to
course.
Seattle. So I'm very happy that we got the win. I wouldn't be surprised if it's the only win. I haven't looked at the schedule,
Hmm.
like I don't know game by game, but
Yeah.
I'm just saying it wouldn't surprise me if we ended up the year with like 3 more wins.
Yeah.
Geno Smith, they wrote me off. I write back. Well, you wrote back this week, my friend. You wrote a fucking novel this week, my friend. And look, don't get me wrong. I thought it was the coldest line of week 1.
Right. It
I,
was a great
like
line.
it was the
Yes.
best thing ever. I was so happy that he looked that good, but he didn't look good week 2. Like he didn't look okay in week 2. You know,
Yeah.
fucking Trey Lance broke his ankle and looked better
Oh,
than Geno Smith, barely, but still.
barely. I mean, yeah. And so, okay, so since football season is back, I am in two fantasy leagues, one with work and one with friends. And I
Okay,
am both 0 and 2 in both leagues. So starting off the season on a great start, guys.
that's that. How is that? That's hard to do.
Um, so my first week in my work league, I went up against Allen and Diggs, and then it's so happened this week or this past week in my friends league, I also went up against Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs. So
Oh,
I mean, what can you do? Like, all right,
oh man! Like
it
I
is
wish
what
I
it
could.
is.
I wish I could feel your pain. My team's actually 2-0 right now. you,
Wow.
you look so pissed.
Yeah, because I had mentioned this earlier and you were just like, ha, she's 0 and 2. And you're like,
That's why I look. That's why I was like, ha ha ha, because fucking
such a dick.
like fantasy team.
Oh, I was about to say.
You hear her over here miss half a conversation.
Yes.
What?
I love
Because you
it.
know what she thought? She thought I was talking about the Seahawks.
You're
She
like,
dead
dirt.
ass thought I was talking about the
He's like,
Seahawks,
ain't no way they're 2 and 0.
even though I just went on a whole thing about how we got lucky in week 1 and we got our ass kicked in week 2 and we'll be lucky to win another 3. And that's the, oh, I wasn't listening to that part. Well, then you should have been listening. Oh,
But you know what? The Cowboys play the Giants Monday night.
that's,
I feel pretty good about our chances, honestly.
do you?
I do.
Look,
I
we're
do.
going to get back to the fantasy talk in just 1 second, but I
Yeah.
have to. So here's why I wouldn't be happy if I were you. I honestly, is it in Dallas or in New York?
I want to say they're in New York.
Okay.
I think they're in New York this
So
time.
as of right now, and I get it's a very small sample size, but as of right now, Saquon Barkley looks like the best running back in football. And
Okay.
that team looks like a team. And I get that that's not saying much, but when we're talking about the New York Giants, who haven't had a semblance of a team
In
or
a while.
leadership or anything in what, yeah, Joe Jacobs, and before that you had who was
Joe
the
Judge, you mean?
oh yeah, Joe Judge, Joe Jacobs.
I was like, who the hell is Joe Jacob?
I don't know. I think I took Joe Judge and Josh Jacobs and merged them together. But you
Yeah.
had Joe Judge, and before that you had the guy who had the weird mustache. I forget his name. It's been, and then before that was Coughlin.
For
It's
like
been,
years. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, it's been just
Hmm.
a back and forth of bad stuff there. So now you have Dayball, who's instituted some leadership at the very least. It seems like. And I think that you guys are going to get hit with what the Seahawks got hit with this week. You got an
Hmm.
emotional win because you won a game without your quarterback.
Dak, yeah.
Everybody pushed you to the side, said you weren't going to be able to do it.
Right.
Look, you guys have so much talent. Zeke, even though he's like 65% of what he used to be,
Hmm.
I think he's still very talented. You still have Tony Pollard and CeeDee Lamb, and the offensive line is adequate. It's not great, but
It's
it's
not great.
adequate.
It's
Yeah.
fine.
You
Right.
know, so like, and you do have one of, if not the best pass rushing slash linebackers in the game in Micah Parsons, right?
Yes.
So
Love him.
there's plenty of things about your team that are very, very nice. It's just,
Right.
I think you guys are going to get hit this week by a, I'm also not a huge McCarthy fan, so I do think that,
I don't think anyone is out
and,
here.
and I get that Deva is only in week 2 of being a head coach, but
Mhm.
it does seem like just where that team is at right now, they seem to be following
Right.
his leadership a little bit better.
They have
So,
some momentum going with them,
well,
and
definitely. So,
that's all right.
so yeah, I just think, and look, I'm not saying it's going to be a blowout. It'll probably be something very similar to the Giants in week 1 against the Titans, where they
Hmm.
win because of a missed field goal by a point or something. Like, it'll probably be very similar to that 13-10,
Yeah.
but I don't see Big D getting, I see Big D getting the Big D.
Mm.
Mm.
Okay. Thank you. I appreciate your analyst on that. We'll
Look,
circle back
I
and
gave
see who's
my team
right.
3 more wins this season,
You
okay?
really did. I gotta look at our schedule because I don't know who else are playing. But
Well, the other thing that concerns me too, and this is why we
um,
get to go back to fantasy, this is what concerns me for you guys.
hmm
Jalen Hurts is him.
oh yeah. You know what? I will say yes. He is him.
Good Lord. And
He
maybe
is
it's just
him.
a Carson Wentz thing because Carson had that 1 year. I mean, we've seen Jalen building up to this, but Carson
Hmm.
just had that 1 year where he's almost MVP. But good Lord. And guess whose quarterback that is?
You have Jalen Hurts.
Oh man, you want to know what's really great? Would you like to know? Would you like to know the name of my team?
Yes.
The Auto Drafters.
You got him in an auto draft? Who
You
was your
want to?
first? How
You
how
want to?
did it like?
I think my first pick was like CeeDee Lamb or something. I don't even remember.
Yeah.
When you auto draft, it doesn't matter, right? Because
It's,
you.
it's
But
a free
so
for all.
I got Jalen Hurts. I have CeeDee Lamb, and the other big acquisition I would say that I have. Oh, Michael Pittman Jr., who even though he was out week 2, he was a monster week 1.
Mhm.
But I also got the Tampa Bay defense.
Okay.
Very, very happy about that. They got me a 35 last week. I can't even count that high sometimes. They got me that many points.
Ooh, that's
Yeah.
nice.
I felt bad for my opponent too because I had 3 players on Monday because of the 2 games,
Yeah.
and their whole team had went, and I only needed 5 points in order to tie them.
And you had 3 players still playing.
And what it was, Dalvin Cook, it was whoever the tight end for Buffalo is,
Hmm.
and it was Jalen.
Yeah.
Oh, so, but I mean, like, honestly,
Ugh.
he's so electrifying to watch, though. Excuse me. Like, I completely forgot he was on my team. That one scrambling play he had for the touchdown, where
Yeah.
at the end he was just it was almost effortless the way that he was like, you know what, I'm just going to turn and stretch my arm out here. I, I really like it was like in his head. He was like, I thought it was farther away from the goal, but oh, I'm right here, so I might as well. It's fine. Like he was at the store and just decided, oh, I'm gonna get some bread. I'm feeling crazy. I'm gonna go for the bread.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go for the touchdown. Oh,
Yeah.
and
If there is one team in my own division, it's always the Eagles.
Yeah.
And something about this year definitely feels different than how they've been playing the last few years. So
yeah, well, I mean, Jalen looks legit, and they also have the receiver. I forget which Brown it is.
AJ?
AJ
No.
Brown.
AJ Brown? Does that sound right?
Hollywood. Hollywood. I don't know. I know Hollywood Brown went to Arizona. and the other one went to fucking Philadelphia. Look, guys, it's not a sports show. I didn't say it. We never said it was.
It's not.
We said it's
I
conversation.
just like to kind of talk sometimes about it
No,
if I
I'm
know.
I'm not talking. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to them.
Oh,
Okay, I'm letting them know. We don't have all the details and the stats.
No,
okay?
we don't know the details and stats like that.
This is not Pro Football Focus. This is a conversation with Ryan and Judy.
Yeah, we're just catching up.
Fucking,
Damn.
yeah.
Okay, say it, don't spray it. Drooling over here.
I'm very excited. I'm very excited about football. Oh man, the two things that I'm interested in seeing going forward this season, outside of anything with my team, one, just to see where Tua actually ends up.
Okay.
You know, because like that was. So here's the thing. Tua is the most interesting kind of thing that we've seen in a while, right? Because he was a huge prospect coming out of Alabama.
Right? Yes.
And then gets injured, has the hip thing. He's still kind of working his way back from that. Has to deal with a defensive coach in Brian Flores. Now he has all these offensive weapons around him, and he has an offensive coach in Mike McDaniels, right?
Mm-hmm.
Finally, he explodes for this 4 touchdown in 1 quarter of football game.
Yeah.
So he's had this highest of high in college, low of low in the NFL, and now he's at this zenith with 4 touchdowns. And I was reminded by the television, but I was reminded that the last quarterback to throw 4 touchdowns in the fourth quarter of a game was Sage Rosenfels.
Who is that?
That is what everyone who hears that says.
Like it sounds like it's a familiar name, but you draw blanks. So.
Right. Well, probably because you heard about him throwing 4 touchdowns in 1 quarter and then doing nothing ever again. Right. So that's my concern with Tua is that like there's so many things around him that have gone both ways. It's going to be very interesting to see where the rest of the season goes, right?
Yeah.
The other thing that I'm very interested in, especially as a Las Vegan through and through, is the destruction of Josh McDaniels. Oh my God.
We caught the end of that Cardinals Raiders game because it was like bonus coverage out here or something. I was like, there's no way. There's no way. And obviously there was a way, with Kyler Murray. Who knows?
So just for full disclosure, I used to be a Broncos fan. And I used to be a Broncos fan only because I grew up loving the Broncos and watching them and all that stuff. And then my dad was in football, hopefully gets back into football, but he was in football, and he spent a good amount of time with the Seahawks. So during that tenure, I just became a Seahawks fan, who's who I root for now.
Right.
But when I was a Broncos fan, you know who one of the coaches was? Josh McFucking-Daniels.
Oh, that more, okay. And not like the 90s Broncos.
You know who he drafted?
Who?
Tim
Tebow?
Fucking Tebow.
Jesus Christ.
He burnt our fucking team to the ground, right?
Yeah.
And look, he's the first one who has said, yeah, I had too much of an ego, it was too much of this, blah, 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 right? So I don't disparage him for that. But if he's going to keep crashing and burning, I'm not going to not be here for it.
Oh, I remember
maybe
that.
Maybe he can pull an Urban Meyer and get Tebow to come try out for tight end. I don't know.
Tebow era.
Did you see people in Nebraska chanting Urban Meyer's name?
No.
Oh my God. So
didn't they just hire their first black head coach like ever?
I think that's Notre Dame. No,
that's Nebraska.
I mean, maybe they just hired him. I hadn't heard about it. So what happened? So they had Scott Frost at the beginning of the year.
Mm-hmm.
And then because he came from UCF or USF. I think it was USF, honest. Either one of the Florida schools. Yeah. He came from there. He was supposed to do something, and he was terrible. He got his ass beat by Southern Georgia, I want to say last week or 2 weeks ago. Gets fired. So in the next game, so maybe there's been a game since or whatever, because
Mhm.
we've been trying to talk. They were chanting for Urban Meyer to be the coach. How desperate are you that you would want him as your coach? Like, good lord, man.
Yeah.
Ohio State is even like, bro, like, don't get like you can do the podcast, man, but maybe you don't need to like always be around.
Yeah.
They treat Urban like a side hoe. They
What?
do. It's like Urban comes out and like,
Oh
bro, my
no.
family is here. Get the fuck away.
He's like, oh no. I was watching, what was I watching? There's like a TikTok saying like they should make a 30 for 30 on the 2000, was it 2007 Florida Gators or
Oh, the one that had all the fucking hoodlums and
yeah.
Tebow.
All the hoodlums and
Yeah.
Tebow.
Well, yeah, it had all the because they're like Aaron Hernandez.
Yes.
I want to say I want to say Cam Newton was on that team at some point in
I
some
think he
capacity,
was. I think he
right?
was, yes. Yeah.
Uh and there was a couple. I
Um,
mean, there's a couple other people. Aaron Hernandez is the big one, obviously. You
yeah,
know,
and his the two linemen that were like the two guys that he was with, during the
I
whole.
mean, like, yeah,
Anyways, yeah,
if you
whatever.
don't know, Aaron Hernandez is a bad person who killed people. So,
Yeah, you guys should
and
watch
anyone,
that documentary on Netflix about him.
you really, yeah, definitely.
It's wild. That was a wild ride. But anyways, so on that
And
note,
Tebow.
and Tiva. Oh, like I don't know if you know this or if I ever mentioned it. My friend Valerie, she went to Florida and she said that, for like one whole year she stood behind Tim Tebow in the line at Starbucks.
Valerie is the basketball friend, right?
Yes, you call her that because she's like 6'1".
Right. Okay. No, I just want to make sure because, like, it's because not even her. If I saw her face or if I saw her again, obviously I would know her.
Mhm.
I'm terrible at names, so. But she's always been super sweet. So, hey, basketball Val.
Hey Val. Oh, she's pregnant. Did I tell you? Well, I don't know.
Yay.
I haven't told
Good
you.
for her for fucking.
Yeah, that's like your sign. You guys did it that one time.
Yeah. I mean, like,
Made this.
it shows that at some point in the relationship there was definitely maybe some attraction or boredom, but
Either way, either way. Yeah, lots of things happening
child.
these whole next
So,
few months. It's gonna
so
be a
is
busy
this
time.
is this her first one?
Yes.
Okay.
She's
And
the
then
first of the squad. If you remember the squad that was there at your pool party.
I remember, well, kind of, because there was so much going on, so much alcohol.
So much alcohol.
I remember you. I
Mm,
remember Val. I
hmm.
remember there was one girl who there was. I remember two other girls. There was a girl who gave me the vibes that she was like a party girl. And then there was a girl that like gave me the vibe. Like I think she was going off to college or something.
I don't.
Uh,
I can't remember.
you fucking you don't
I
even know who's in your
honestly
squad.
don't remember who was all there to be like 100% because one, we pre-gamed very early on in the day and it went downhill from there.
I like how at some point how is it every time I have a party, at some point I have to disappear to go get my son? It's always just like, yeah, I'll be back. I gotta go pick up my 5-year-olds. It's fine. Oh man. But no, yeah, no, I don't know.
But
I know that there's at least you and her in the squad.
yes,
So
yes. Yeah, but we're still pretty close and
oh yeah, I can tell
um
that you and your whole squad are close. You don't know what the fuck's in it.
surprisingly we have kept all in touch even though like Val and I moved to Texas around the same time.
Val lives in Texas too?
Yes, she lives down. Oh no, my light turned off. Oh, okay. I don't know. It's probably dying. I haven't charged it in 2 weeks. Yeah,
I like
so
how
I'm
you're always a professional about this shit.
like, oh, that's all right. I moved to Texas January 2020, and Val moved to Texas May of that same year. I think
Okay.
like, but she lives further down south, closer to Austin.
Oh well. I think I talk to her on Twitter all the time, but tell her I said hi.
I will, definitely will. I had to send our link to I was like, guys, look, Ryan and I made another podcast. And they're like, oh yay, you guys are back.
Yay!
So at least we have listeners over there.
I know. I know. Well, we'll be better about posting stuff going forward. I mean,
Yeah.
oh, so like what happened to you last week?
Okay, so we were
Cause like,
supposed
cause background,
we were
I
supposed to
messed
record
up.
Friday.
We were supposed to record on Wednesday, and I
Yes.
forgot, and my kid had a baseball game, right?
Yes.
So I hit her up and I was like, "We'll do it on Friday." On Friday, she pulled the same thing on me that she did the time before, where she forgot. So what happened?
No, okay, so I completely forgot that we were supposed to record, and that's my fault because one, I didn't change it on my calendar, and I'm very
Calendar
punctual.
oriented, yes, we
Yes, I'm very
understand.
punctual. If I see on my calendar, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna remember. But I had essentially made like a date night, and we went to the movies that night. And so I'm like, okay, shit. But on our way home, we got into a car accident and it wasn't bad or anything.
Whose fault was it?
We got rear-ended at a red light. And
Oh
I think the car
man.
just behind us was probably on his phone or something. And
Well,
you know,
honestly, so I was thinking that if it was your husband's fault, that like as part of the date night, you might have been giving him a little like roadhead, right? And so like he got distracted. You're like, no, I'm married now. I don't have to do that.
who am I trying to prove here?
Fuck.
Just
I
kidding.
hope Alex isn't listening right now. Shit.
But yeah, so and I was like, oh, we were supposed to record, and then that's when you texted me. I was just like in bed. I'm like, I
Well,
could get up.
well, no. The reason that like I was wondering is because you specifically said, and it makes sense. You said you got into an accident, but you specifically said I'm having a bad day.
Yeah,
So I was just like, oh, and then Alex is like, what happened? I'm like, I'm a guy. I don't ask follow up questions.
makes sense. All guys
Yeah.
don't know. But yeah, so
Look, as a guy,
that's
you know
funny.
why we don't ask follow up questions, and I'll be dead ass with you, right?
No, tell me why.
Because you women tell us what you want us to know. I could literally be like, babe, I understand where you're going. She's like, yeah, but just in case, right? Like, don't get me wrong. There are certain times when for my ADD, she'll cut it for me, right? But yeah, no, most of the time it's like, yeah, no, I know you heard me, but still.
So what's
And
up?
that's why no man asks a follow up question if they don't have to, because why would they? Why work harder? I say work smarter. As a
Work
high value male,
not harder.
a high value male, I'm working harder or smarter.
But let's not forget what I said. So when were we supposed to record before that? And you, sorry, I accidentally pressed mute. God damn it.
So
I
when
was
were we supposed to? And then what happened?
no, so we were supposed to record the week before also, but then you had the another baseball game, correct?
Yeah.
But you called me and I was like, oh, well, maybe, if you posted like one of our episodes, it wouldn't really matter because we have 2 episodes deep already
Yeah,
and we
I
won't
know.
really have to record like this.
I felt the annoyance from you. I'm not gonna lie. Like, and don't get me wrong, it's totally justified. I'm in no way trying to call you out on some bullshit. Like, yeah, no, I was being very lazy about posting. And I am still. I have to post the next episode already. But yeah, no, I felt it in your voice where I was like, okay, I'll stop dicking
I'm like,
around.
all right, I guess I'll put some work in.
So much.
I know, but that's why now we'll have this episode so you can just post that next one and
Well, no, honestly, so this is something that I've been thinking about because it's been very hard to get go. I know part of it was the headache and everything, but it's been very
Yeah.
hard to get going at night. And
Hmm.
part of it is like I'm working a full day at work, and I don't have the hardest job in the world. In fact, compared to a lot of people, my job is super fucking easy.
Hmm.
Um, but it's like still it's something that takes a mental strain out of me. So when I get home, I just want to sit down and play video
Oh
games
yeah.
and relax and all that stuff, right?
Hmm.
But also I am physically tired, and I don't think I was realizing that I was this tired until recently. Long
Hmm.
story short, I also just need to fucking maybe caffeinate myself a little more later in the day to help me get through that extra hump of stuff. Because honestly, because the only time that I have where I'm not either inundated with like it's a work day or
Hmm.
there's a child around me is a
Yeah.
very specific window from fucking 9 a.m. on Saturday morning when I wake up to like 3 p.m. And lately, I haven't even been getting that because the ex has been like having reasons to drop him off to me like early Saturdays.
Hmm. It's okay.
So I just need to make my. I need to, I need to just. I need to have a lot of rock stars and monsters and rains and a couple bangs.
Uh,
Is that all of them?
um, I mean, I take Celsius in the
Oh,
morning.
Celsius and Bayas. Oh, Bayas.
So,
Have you had Baya?
no, what is that?
That's the Starbucks one.
Huh, no, I have
Yeah.
not. Okay.
They got raspberry lime, passion fruit, mango, and something with some pineapple that's really good.
Okay. Okay.
I'm a
I'll have to look
pineapple
them up.
slut though, so
Pineapple slide.
yeah.
Oh, have
I
to
want to get a pineapple headband, but now that I see how it looks right now, my hair is not really long enough yet
It
for it.
looks like you have a wig on when you're wearing
It's
that.
not a wig. It's
I
not.
know it's not a wig, but I'm just saying that's what
God,
it looks like. Like,
it's all my hair. Arr! Arr!
oh God. What was this episode even about?
Pirates, football,
Pirates, football,
and
and
Celsius. Oh my.
hey man, I am an owner of Celsius stocks. So
Are you seriously?
yeah, I bought some stock
How's
of
the stock
Celsius.
market doing for you? Because
Not good. I mean, it's it's a hit and miss. I've learned, and I'm like, you know what? I just don't even look at it like I have money in it, but at this point, am I going to see my money back? Who knows? Am I going to get a little extra? Who knows?
I like,
Who knows?
I like how I like how you started by being like, it's in this. Am I gonna get my money back? Who knows?
You never know. I'm just saying.
There's always a chance that you get it back, man. Oh, Judy.
Yeah, I
It's
know.
okay. You're young. Like this is the time that you're supposed to be aggressive in the stock market, right? It's something.
I
It's
must say, I didn't even know much about stock markets and interest rates with savings accounts,
and you
and
know about it now.
I sure do.
Wait, did you say fucking savings accounts?
Well, no. I have no. Wait, wait. I'm gonna stop you right there. Okay, I forever when I first even opened up my bank account with one of those bigger branches, your savings accounts are like at 0.01%, if that, with those bigger
Yeah.
banks, right?
Huh.
I've learned there are other banks out there that have 1%, 2%, 3%, 4%, and so forth of interest
What bank
rates.
has a 4% savings interest rate?
I have one and it's called Current. And I get 4% on, whatever my savings is in there. Ally right now is at 2%, just letting you know.
Right.
And
Okay. No. I know that there are banks out there that do 2%. Like because that's something very common.
mhm,
Honestly, until recently, air quotes for the audio listeners, 2% was something that was kind of common in the big banks too. So credit unions will still be able to get like a 2% interest rate in your savings account.
Mhm.
4%. I mean,
Percent.
well, you gotta
Yeah.
do a current though, man. Like that just it makes like no shade, but that just it feels like at any moment your money's gonna be gone.
I mean, it's FDIC insured. What are you
Yeah,
doing?
until it's not.
And so it is still. So in the
You're like,
meantime,
how does one stop
let
being
me earn
FDIC
my,
insured?
I really don't know. Like, I don't know that whole thing. As long as it's FDIC insured, I'm like, all right, cool. I don't even have that much money, but like they said up to 250,000, cool. We'll keep it
Judy,
at that.
Judy, I'm gonna need you to send me some money, okay?
Okay.
So I'm gonna need about $3,000, but it's okay, cause
Because it's FDIC insured. You're so stupid.
so if you could PayPal me or Zelle me that 3K, I'd appreciate it.
What's my rate of interest to get it back?
10%. Fuck it.
Go big or go.
Yeah, it's FDIC insured, right?
You're so stupid. Okay. I think it's time to close this episode out. Let's close this episode out, please.
I gotta go eat some unskinned carrots. So
You and your damn unskinned carrots. You haven't even posted that episode, so it seemed like it happened so long ago when we had the
wait, I thought that was
conversation.
episode one.
Was it?
I thought that
Oh,
was that's
damn it.
episode one. So that's the one that's posted. Stop trying to fuck me over stuff.
I don't even
Fuck me
remember.
over stuff.
No,
What the hell?
what was our last episode? Oh, damn. See,
Fucking-
now you just gotta, I don't know.
No, okay, look. The first episode, it was at the end, but the first episode when we talked about unskinned carrots.
Yes, because I heard the beeping of the air fryer in the beginning,
Yeah.
and you guys were, yes, that's correct.
And the last episode, you fucking tried to push Hello Fresh on me.
Okay.
Like you were part of their fucking preferred program. Okay. They're like, no, it's super easy. All you have to do is sign right here. You sign me.
Sign your life away right here on this line. Don't read the fine print.
Oh man. Honestly, the hour flew by. I cannot believe I mean, to be fair, it wasn't a full hour because someone had technical difficulties.
Yeah, for the first 10 minutes of us starting the Zoom, I
So
didn't know what I was happening.
It's okay. Hey, like I said, because of all the start and stops that we were supposed to do, I've learned how to get my camera going and everything. So like, hey, we'll get there, baby.
Yes, and I
We'll
just
get
have
there.
to use my gamer headset every time I do this.
Yeah, you look like a Korean professional gamer. Like right now, because like you said, you worked from home today, right? So you don't have any makeup on. So you just look like you've gone through a normal training day, right?
Yeah.
And then next week when you come on, you got the black shirt and you got the fucking makeup on. Yeah, it's game day. What's up, baby? Let's go. I'm ready to fucking let's World of Warcraft.
I'll wear my shirt again. Next episode. Perfect.
Yeah, you'll wear your shirt and you'll do the eyeliner so that it like the cat eyes, I think is what it's called or whatever.
Yes.
It makes it look like your fucking eyes are 8 inches longer than they are. No, it's not me being racist. That's how they fucking do the eyeliner.
See,
don't look at me like that, Judy.
They're just gonna crop that one photo of you and just call you racist.
I will have you know.
Take a screenshot of this.
It is not possible for me to be racist against Asian people because my brother is friends with one.
Okay, yeah, this is where I gotta stop. We gotta stop this episode.
My cousin's married to a Puerto Rican.